Hey everybody. Happy Sunday, y'all. Hey Sam. Hey Flossin. Flossin, I need you to quit acting like, you know, you getting your yearly supply of food is more important than watching me. I appreciate you, fam. I know you'll catch the replay. Hey Shanna, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Hey Mr. BS. T, I'm already on it. It's already done, girl. Don't be surprised if it pops up during the live. Hey Sam again. Hey Simply Bell. How you doing, sis? Um, I didn't forget, Mr. BS is there. Hey fam. Happy Sunday. It wouldn't have ran when you was in here, Sam. You came in early, but it's there. Hey Big Dog Reg. How you doing, fam? It's been a minute. Yes, it has. I mean, you act like life is more important than being here. Is there something more important in your life going on? I'm confused. I couldn't imagine. Hey, that's my art. How you doing, sis? Hey, Unique. How you doing? Happy Sunday. All right, I caught up that quick. How y'all doing? How y'all weekend been so far? Y'all been dragging this weekend. I don't know why. The early bird gets the worm. See, it's on there now though. I was as the right when I was starting, I was doing it. So, but I thought about it before the live started. Y'all don't be preemptively coming in here, and I have to go on. I have to go into the studio, and it even on my phone, it doesn't. It's just a thing. I have to do it on my laptop, and I don't be rushing in here. Hey, Black King, how you doing, fam? Happy Sunday. I told ran me out, girl. Listen, I ain't had that happen, but I've definitely had some things run me out my garden. So I get it. I'm like, you know what? I'll come back later. I've gotten so much better though. I was talking to Tixie. If y'all follow her, I was talking to her last night, and we were both like talking about how we are getting more comfortable with certain bugs in the garden. Where y'all probably gonna be like, what? But those little worms that be on your brassicas from the moth, if they're not like big, they're little. I just pull them off. I don't even have to have gloves on. They don't bother me anymore. I pull them off, throw them on the ground, and step on them. I'm getting better. Spiders and paraminas and stuff like that. I'm not touching them, but I'm also not running from them anymore, unless they're like really big. Now the praying mantis, they could be a little big, and I'll just relocate them. I'll take like one of my garden um, sticks or something and relocate it, and it'll just cling to it, and I just take it somewhere else and shake it off of it and let it live wherever else I take it. But I've gotten so much better. Hey G Mama Grows, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Let's see. Excuse me, y'all. I've been working a new side gig, so unfortunately I miss a lot of the lives now. Sounds like excuses to me. I don't know, y'all. Did that sound like an excuse to y'all? I don't think your side gig should interfere with you being in my lives. Get that money, fam. In Vegas, it has been you know what? Black King, I've been to Vegas one time. It was a work trip, but when I travel for work, there's a lot of I don't say a lot, but there's quite a bit of time that I get to spend just enjoying the place that we go. I was not impressed with Vegas. I mean, if I guess you're somebody who gambles and all that, or I mean, there's a lot going on, but if I never went back, I wouldn't be like sad. It was too peoply for me. I just don't be doing the big crowds of people, y'all. I don't like it. I didn't like it at all. It was way too peoply. Mm-mm. I can't see what's happening very clearly. It's just too much. It'd be having my anxiety on high. I squish them in my hand now. I ain't that good, unique, but I will drop it on the ground and step on it. Now I ain't smashing it into my skin. Them spiders be creepy and disrespectful. They do. Setting up the webs right in the way. They do. They do. They get me sometimes right across my door coming out into the patio area. I'm like, now why would you make it right here? Yeah. These agents ain't loyal. That's fact. That's fact. I agree, Mr. BS. I was not impressed with Vegas. Yeah. Another state I went to or city within a state that I went to that I was not impressed with. Don't be upset about it. But I was not impressed with Boston. I was like, if I never come back, it was too peoply too. And it could be because of the time of year I went. It was also a business trip. And it was we were there for the 4th actually. So it was the week of the 4th of July. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Yeah. If I didn't go back, I'll be okay. Oh, you came for the HBCU Classic? Nice. Was that at least a good time? I would probably have a good time there. Y'all, I'm sorry. I didn't turn my ringer off. I tried to apply for your basement. Bro. But I was denied. What? I didn't get the application. I didn't get the application, fam. Just saying. Oh, that sucks when yeah. Yeah. That sucks, Black King. Now the hotel we were at was nice. Typically, when I travel for work, because the organization that I work for, they have a contract with Marriott. So it's usually somewhere within one of their chains. It's usually a Marriott, but sometimes it could be one of their other ones that's up under that umbrella. So anytime I'm traveling, I'm usually staying at one of those. Yeah. Crazy enough, some of my favorite I'm trying to think of some of my favorite locations that I visited. I liked Austin. I actually was surprised that I did, other than the bugs, y'all. Y'all could have that. Y'all can have bugs that I can hear moving across the floor. Y'all can have it. But the city alone was not that bad. It was hot though, but it wasn't that bad. And they had what is that called? It's like the black version of Comic-Con. Who knows what that one is called? It's like I can't get it. I know what it's. I almost had it. I know what it's called. But they had that going on while I was there. And so people were dressed up in all these different costumes and stuff. I actually seen people that I know um, from social media who are like big influencers on social media were actually staying in that hotel. I actually ran into one of the guys and I was like, "You look familiar." And he said who he was. I was like, because I watched these persons online and you be hanging out with them. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Why can't I think of what it's called? It's not Comic Con though. It's a black version of it. Um oh. Wait a minute. Somebody up here putting blasphemy in my chat about some cowboys. The one place I was unimpressed with was Dallas. Really, I have not been to Dallas. I've been to Austin, Texas, but not Dallas. But that was because I had expected downtown to look like Chicago skyscrapers. Child, you talk about a city that I do not be. I've been to Chicago multiple times because I have a friend who used to live here when she came out of the military. She was stationed here, and we became friends. And she stayed here for a while before she decided to move back home. And then when she moved back home, I would go back sometime. I mean, go travel there sometimes to visit and spend a weekend or whatever. We hang out or whatnot. But y'all are the most unfriendly city. I be telling people, like, I remember when Liddy B wanted to go, I was like, we can go. I'll take you there because we was in Indiana with TT. And I said, but just know they're not friendly there. And Liddy is a very friendly person. Like, I can deal. I mean, I like polite people. I don't need you to be all talky, but I just be polite. Chicagoans ain't polite. I'm sorry, Sons. Love you, babe, though. Love you. But the mother folks ain't polite. And Liddy found that out the hard way. I was like, girl, I tried to tell you. You want to talk about an unfriendly city. So yeah. And I've been there multiple times. The game was good. Your team lost. It's still, even if it's a good game, you don't even be mad because your team lost. My team lost last weekend. I didn't watch the game, but I'm a Steelers fan, y'all. And they lost to them goddamn Bengals. And most of my office is Bengals fans. But they said it was a close game, so that let me know it was a good game. I actually liked when I went to Detroit. That wasn't bad. You used to work in Austin. Hey, Sunshine, how you doing, sis? DreamCon, yes, Belle. Thank you. Yes, I want to say it was like their second or third one too. It was like very new still. Um, but it was so many people. So many people, even though it was still fairly new. So now it's really blown up. Like they get all kind of people, um, celebrities and stuff, social big time social media influencers and stuff like that that be at this event. So it's really blown up. I'm friendly. Y'all could come see me. Are you actually in Chicago or are you in the suburbs? That makes a difference. That makes a difference. And I'm like, I know why y'all be angry. If y'all live in the city and y'all in these little boxes that they call condos and apartments and stuff, and y'all paying, the amount that in my city you would pay for darn near a mansion, I'd be mad too. I know they do it for convenience because they don't have to own a car, and it's almost like a New York thing. I've never been to New York, never had a desire to go. My boss is like, you got to do it one time in your life. I'm like, but I don't. But I don't. I really don't. It was hilarious when she was talking to everybody. I know, and people do not be. She was talking to every Liddy. Best Shit Journey is a extrovert. She is very much more extrovert than myself. And she speaks to everybody. She will spark up a conversation. And she's just a very friendly person. And some people was looking at her like, would you just say what you want and get on about your life? Because we ain't got time to be talking to you. That's how, and we was like, we went to Garrett's, we went like, we were getting stuff and they were not being very friendly. So yeah. Hold on, y'all. Um, um, I knew we people would. Ah, that's what's up. Hey, David. Happy Sunday, y'all. I hope the rest of your trip is okay, Black King. Y'all are probably then, from what I understand, definitely both of those things, just not more friendly. Y'all probably neck and neck, and driving in Chicago is the worst too. Liddy B is cool. She is. Won't lie, I worked with a lady that was just like that shit journey, and she would come and sing a good morning. And the mean look she got. See, I thought she was nuts. Mm-mm. Hold on, y'all. Hold on a second. All right. Um, they be upset about traffic. Listen, even y'all police is not friendly. Like the traffic police and stuff. I'm like, come on now. Bro is cool, a little quiet though. She's an introvert. Bro is an introvert. And she is definitely dope. Don't sleep on her. But she is an introvert a bit. I think New Yorkers are friendlier and more arrogant about the dirty thing. Really. I'm cool with a lot of New Yorkers. They don't live there now though, but they still New York to the bone. So what up, Jay? Happy Sunday. Can you put a sheet over Gina, please? I can't. Hush, David. I'm done. So, y'all, did y'all see the title of today's live? Let me tell y'all where this came from. So, I don't know why it came into my mind, but I was like, I do know why. I get a lot of stuff on my Instagram feed where, and it's weird that I get it, but if you click on some one time, like if somebody sends you something, now it's in your feed. But it's like the different things where it could be a male or a female, mostly men though. It's actually mostly men talking about, I guess, how to be a better um, leader in relationships and stuff like that. And I was like, I was listening to something on there, and I was like, what do people really, when they think about being a leader, and not just in relationships, because I think that leader um, kind of is the same definitively for career and relationship. But I wanted to know what you guys thought when it comes to thinking of what your thoughts are for someone that you would consider to be a good leader. And maybe not look at it on the relationship side, look at it on the business side of it. If you work for someone and we've all worked for someone where we're like, oh, how did they get into leadership? But then you probably also have worked with someone that you're like, this person, I really enjoy working for them, blah, blah, blah. What qualities do you see in that person that makes you feel like they are a good leader? Put my arms down. See, I know that, David, but you do need to stop because the audience don't know that. Well, I know we just family. So y'all, he is not flirting. Um, such I said, use it to cover your eyes. But I really want to know what y'all think, and I'm going to share what I think. But I want to know what y'all think. You in ATL now, Jay? I see you. I saw you was traveling. In my opinion, a good leader needs to be a good listener, not cutting people off, but really hearing the team's concerns and willing to help, yeah, come up with solutions when problems arise. I think that is good. Excuse me. Emotionally intelligent. Okay, I can see that as well. What else do you think makes a good leader? Like when even if you're retired now, when you were in whatever line of work you were in, what made you feel like the person that you worked for was a good leader? That there's a difference between a leader and manager. Leaders don't mind being hands on to get the job done. They are not as one dimensional like managers are. I think they're one and the same. I think that sometimes leaders and managers can get lost in the fact that regardless of title, you should not be above jumping in to get the goal, whatever the goal is for that, whatever needs to be done, accomplished. My current soup is bad shit crazy. We've all worked for somebody like that. Listen, I left the company I was with. Now I've been where I am now for 23 years, but the company I left to get here was because the person who was my manager at the time, I was like, absolutely not. Because what's going to happen is I either need to find somewhere where I'm going to not get fired because he's going to get me fired because we're not. We were just, it was not going to work. And then the guy ends up getting fired like 2 years after I left. But I was like, some people you just can't help. Some people you just can't help because then they feel like some people get threatened by that. It's a whole lot of stuff. Managers micromanage, leaders lead and listen. I think both should be leading and listening. But yes, I think some people, I get what you're saying though. I think to me, that's bad leadership to micromanage. You should be able to train your people up and trust that people can get things accomplished that you give them to get done. Being humanistic. Hey, bro, what's up? Happy Sunday. But I think some of the things that you're putting in categories of different branches of management are just bad leadership characteristics, in my opinion. That's why I said, what to you makes a good leader? I have noticed the managers that were trashed into they run their own homes or bullied as children. Yeah. And sometimes they do run their own homes, just like they run their offices. So sometimes there's that. And sometimes it's okay at home because that person is allowing it, but it doesn't make for a good way to run an office. Yes, you could come into, you could be in management and run your your group of staff very tightly, but and they may get the stuff done, but they probably are banking every day on when they're gonna be up out of there. You don't want people to just hate coming into that place of work every day, because it just doesn't even make for good employees. It creates burnout, it creates resentment, it creates a lot of stuff that you shouldn't even want to have to deal with, because there's a lot of time and effort put into training people to be able to do certain jobs, to have a bunch of turnover. That's the one thing I never understood with even customer service stuff. Like, a lot of customer service jobs have a lot of turnover, and it's because a lot of times um, there's just no care for the fact that there's life outside of that, what you do there. Um, so, like, if something is going on in your world, like maybe your children are sick or whatever those things are, there's just no compassion and things a lot of times in those spaces. There are some places that do have that, but there's a lot of them that don't. And it's really sad, because then you just get employees that are like, I don't have to, after so long, they don't have to deal with it. It's a lot of places out here that need customer service reps. So they just move on. And now you got to go through the whole hiring process again and the whole training process again. Why not treat your staff kinder so that you don't have to deal with that turnaround? It doesn't mean that you allow your staff to get away with everything, but just being a little kinder. Mine has a crush. So it makes it worse. Oh my goodness. I feel like Marcus and Boomerang. Dang, Jay. Knowing that we are not robots. Facts. Hey Courtney, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Hey Pink Hibiscus, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Listen, yeah, be careful with that, Jay, because listen, that's craziness. And leader never forgets where they came from, but at the same time is firm in their guidance. That part in development of their personnel. Facts. Facts. And then understanding all the personalities. Yeah, I have a lot of personalities that I work with my staff. Like, but I have taken the time to understand how I need to handle every one of them. Every one of them. And a lot of times, even two of my staff members, I used to do the job that they do now. And so that helps as well, like you said, understanding, not forgetting where you came from. And I don't. Like, I understand I have one of them that feels like she feels a little overwhelmed and overlooked, I think, sometimes. So I try to make sure I draw attention to the fact that she is not it's noticed what she does and how she shows up for the job. So, I know sometimes it's hard to see that people appreciate you when it's not monetarily done, but I don't control that part of it so much. But I can tell you how much I appreciate what you do, or make sure that when you've done something that I draw attention to it immediately and let you know that, thank you. I appreciate you doing this and getting this done for me, blah, blah, blah. Me saying in the chat is recording facts. How about backing your employees up when they follow the rules? Yeah. Yeah. I work for a very small place, so that's not hard to do. That's part of the emotional intelligence. Yes. Yes. And then you're going to always have someone who just, you'll have problem children, those ones who just, no matter what, it's always something. There's just they always trying to like play a game. You're going to have those too, but I'm always trying to keep it fair. So I always, like, if I say this is something that I'm hard lined on, like, no, we're not doing this. It's across the board. It's not for one person. So, because my people are hybrid, meaning they work at home a few days a week and they work in office a few days a week, Sometimes I'll get where they want to swap days and things like that. And at first it wasn't a big issue, but then I noticed it was always every week somebody, can I? I'm like, wait a minute. We cannot do this like every single week. This is just, so I had to just completely stop it. I was like, if something is going on, because it's, to me, I have a couple staff members who only work in office. And I'm like, those people, if they have an appointment, they have to use their personal time for an appointment. They can't just swap a day and make that appointment work for something else. So I'm like, let's keep it fair. So, yeah. Not bringing personal life into the workplace. Yes. Yes. Managers will throw the employees under the bus, whereas leaders will protect their employees' teams. That's true. Consistency is key. But I think that, honey, you'd be surprised who will throw you up under the bus. You'd be surprised. I think a lot of people that sometimes that you trust be the ones that be like, they'd be surprising me sometimes. I'd be like, you know what, let me just do my thing and that's it. Because what? Fair does not equate equal. That's true. That's true. I've learned to not trust anyone. Yeah. And I have people that are like, I have staff members that are like that, which is sad. Which is sad. You should be able to trust, but you don't give too much. Like, keep it business. You don't have to, everybody doesn't have, like someone else said, keep not getting into your personal life so much. You don't have to do that. That's not a given. Hey, Tamiko, how you doing? Happy Sunday. I will be chill with people until I find out you're a snake, and then I go yeah. Yeah. But just keep your personal life personal. The best leader I've seen lately is the CEO guy from the movie The Forge. I haven't seen that. It will be a pleasure to work for someone like that. Nice. Hey, White Rambo, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Yeah. I when I think about good leadership, I feel like, first of all, and a sign that to me of having good leadership is having people who are I don't want to say happy, but I guess you could say that, like, with you being there and the one that is leading them. Like, it's like I don't even know what word I want to use for it. But there's a comfort, I guess, in you being the person that's leading them. Like, there's no friction with that. But being someone who can, like someone else said, who can, hey, Carbon, happy Sunday, who can listen to understand. I think that could be hard for so many people. I remember the first time I heard that said, it was a podcast or something, listening to understand and not to respond. And I think sometimes when a conversation is being had that makes you feel uncomfortable because the conversation is being had because of something that someone feels that they have been wronged by, you're always ready to respond rather than to hear. And it's like, it's really usually not even an attack. It's just to express how that, whatever that thing was, made that person feel. So instead of being ready to respond, hear what that person is saying, and that takes sometimes a little time to develop because people usually are ready to kind of attack back in response because they feel attacked. So, hey Sylvia, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Um, to me, is someone who can, like you said, kind of be not so much fair, but setting a guideline that just is like, this is across the board. It's not in this situation. This is what I'm saying of how I feel about this thing. It's just, this is how I feel, or this is how I would like this thing done, or whatever the thing is. Being consistent is what I was going with that. Being consistent. A good leader would need to be that, very consistent in what they're doing. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with the chat too. What are they going to use against me? I like plant. I love it. When I'm in a leadership position, you have to lead by example. Facts. And that by leading by example shows how people fall in line with you. Like you're the people who, it's just like your kids, if you have them. Now, not in every circumstance, because you can have 3 children that you raise in the same house and none of those 3 children are the same. But a lot of what they do going forward should be a representation of what they lived in that home under the direction of their parents. And it should kind of come through those things. There's going to be some things that are just pretty similar because of this is how that house ran. And even with your home, you as a parent, you have to run. There has to be somebody. It's just like in a pack. Like if you have pets, there has to be an alpha. So somebody has to, like, not so much run the house, but yes, keep things organized, keep things flowing, make sure everybody knows where they're supposed to be and what they're supposed to be doing, what their responsibilities are. It's just part of life in all different aspects. So may it be in your home or in your work, it kind of is the same. I think sometimes people make it different when it's not, but it is the same. And that leadership will mirror itself through the people that you are leading. That's going on the defense instead of listening. Yeah. Being a good leader is also a leader who works hard for the employee and not just expect the employee to work hard for them. Facts. A lot of time it's people who can't be led. There are some people, but they try to fight against it. I had a staff like that. That was a little harder staff member for me because she wanted to always go against the grain. And let's just say we ain't there now. We're not there now. But that's a reflection of me. Instead of me getting frustrated and just being using the fact that I'm her supervisor to kind of take it into a power trip situation. I didn't do it that way because that's not how I function. But I can still operate in my position and letting you know, okay, I understand that you feel this way and this is what you would like to do, but this is what we're doing as an office, not as you as an individual. So when you're not living up to the expectations of you in this position, then that's against you. And that's just point blank period. It don't matter who your manager is. Like if you are not checking the boxes because you don't want to follow the guidelines, that's your hill to die on. But let's just say she's not there anymore. She follows the rules. And we get along just fine. Principle can be taught, interpretation is different from all. Yeah. Hey Frank White, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Knowing the strengths and weaknesses of people, yes. That is very important. And also knowing your own. Yes. And recognizing them. Hey TK, how you doing, sis? Hey Christine. Happy Sunday, y'all. That's important too. I think that's important just as a person. Excuse me. Understanding we all have weaknesses, but being able to recognize them too. Sometimes being able to know that this is an area that I feel like I'm always growing in all areas. I feel like there's always room for growth. I mean, I don't know all the things. I know a lot of things, but I don't know all the things. And even of all the things that I do know, there's still room to grow in those spaces. So, being someone who is not able to accept new information that someone's sharing with you that can help you to grow more in that space, even if it's someone saying that I don't like the way that when we're talking about something, you seem to cut me off. Even if I don't recognize that I do it, which I'm not saying I do, I'm just saying if you don't recognize that's something you do, taking the time to really just take that in instead of the response, I don't be cutting you off. Just listen to what the person is saying because they're saying it because that's how that they feel. So maybe when you have a conversation with them, you wait till they're completely done talking to respond. And or make sure you're being asked the question. How about that? Instead of responding because you didn't like what they said. Because if it wasn't a question, you know. And sometimes, look, I think we all can be guilty of that. A leader also shows that they can identify with the employee on some levels. Yes, they should be able to. You're not. I don't feel like because you're in a position higher than the person makes you higher than the person. You're still a person. You are just a person that is has been called to lead this group of people and make sure that those people know what their responsibilities are and think whatever they need, that you're there to make sure that they get the things that they need to complete the tasks that they need to complete. And if they need help, you're there to make sure the help is, provided, whatever the things are. But that doesn't make you above them. You're still a person. Y'all all still the same. Y'all are all still the same. All of my staff, I have staff that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 different positions in that office that I have staff that I'm over. 7 different jobs. And I can do pretty much all of them. I ain't gonna say all of them because it's one of them that I'm working on that if she was to be gone today, I'd be like, oh shoot. Now, do I have her her job duties lined out and our operation procedures? Yes, I would have to follow it to the T. I had to read through that thing and check it off because I've never done that actual job, and I know what she does, but I don't know how it gets done, like all the nooks and crannies to it. Most of my other staff, I could do their jobs if they weren't here. And I had one that was out last week. While she was out last week, they were emailing me, hey, are you taking care of this while she's out? Sure will. Send it to me. I am not beyond doing anything that my staff does, period. And I make it my business to know how their job is done so that if they're not there, I can make sure those things are getting done. The Peter Principle is reality that most don't understand in real time, but more as a reflection. I like that. Things could have and should have been done better. Then hold themselves and lift up to the expectation. Yes. Great leaders learn to communicate with people effectively. Facts. Yes. Self-reflect. Yes. Because the people that you lead is a self-reflection of the leader. It just is. Hey Siege, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Yeah, I hope y'all saw the live Friday. If you didn't, go watch the replay. I had Siege on there and we had a great conversation about insurance, and she gave some great information. And I know a lot of y'all have been reaching out to me, let me know how much y'all enjoyed the live. I did let Siege know as well, because I wanted her to know the people loved it. They loved the information that you were giving. Being a leader is not easy. You will never, yes, make everyone happy. That is facts. That's even your house. That's even in your house. You would learn to pick your battles too. Even with your children. So that's even in your household. You will be the reason for someone being upset. Facts. That is fact. Hey, Joe Bye, how you doing? Hey, Lashes, how you doing, sis? Happy Sunday. When you say the word staff, you reminded me of this one crazy coworker that I used to have. This dude wanted to leave early on Friday. So he went and told our manager he had a staff. Oh, Jesus. I see. You know what? Even when I used to try to get out of work and I knew I really wasn't even sick, I never used anything that could actually happen. I don't know why. My brain just says if you say something that can actually happen, it's going to happen. So it was never a relative that had passed. It was never a relative even in the hospital. It was never nothing like that. The worst it's gonna be is I got a cold. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy, but I promise you that's me. Now I don't have to do that. I just like, oh, I'm not coming in today. He did that too many times and got fired. He couldn't come up with other lies. These leaders are not psychological doctors. That's true. And they don't need to be. That's why people need to lead their personal lives at home. First of all, my staff, if they don't come to work, if they're not coming in, if I had a staff member text me right now or call me, all they have to do is tell me they're not coming in. Their reason for not coming into the office is not my business. And that's how we function in my entire office. It is not our business. If you have the time to take off, make the call, send me a text, send me an email. I won't be in. That's the look. There's a period at the end of that. It's like that. No. It's like when somebody asks you something that you don't want to do, it's okay to just say no without giving an explanation. No is the full sentence. I'm not coming in is the full sentence. I don't be like, well, why are you not coming in? No, I don't. And sometimes I get them where they to give me all the details. I'm like, you don't have to tell me all that. I know, but I just want you to know. I'm like, okay. But I don't need to know the details. If you have the time to be able to be out of the office, just tell me you're not going to be there. It's not my business why you don't want to be there. It could be because it's sunny today and I don't want to be in the office. Ain't my business. And that's how we function in my office, honestly. Leave everything at home. Facts. Your check should be your motivation. Facts. Just like leave everything at work. I'm telling you, don't bring that home and don't take work home there. Leave those things where they at. It took me a while to do that too. When I first got in management, I was bringing it home all the time because I was trying to be the perfect manager, like the best manager. I was like, you know what? When I leave on Friday, mind you, I do get my emails from work on my phone, and that's fine because they pay for my phone. So I do get emails from my job on my phone, and I'll look and see what it is. If it's something that does not require my immediate attention, which most times it does not, probably 99% of the time it does not, and I just read it, like, oh, okay, deal with that on Monday. Oh, okay, deal with that on Monday. Some of them I don't even read because if it depending on who it's coming from, I already know it doesn't need my immediate attention. I'm like, swipe. So yeah, leave that there. Leave it at work as much as you can. We do always love Siege. Oh, there's a fox in your backyard. An actual fox. We got him. We got him here too, Siege. Y'all. Actually, before I move on, and this is off topic. Hey, Miss Cassandra, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Siege. Okay. Siege is highly part of the 2A community. And I dragged her into trying to get her to garden. She bought a plant. She grew sweet potatoes. She's like, I bought a little stupid plant. I'm growing sweet potatoes because you keep harassing me about growing something. Like, yay. She grew sweet potatoes. She tells me Friday, oh, I was just pitiful. I harvested the sweet potatoes. I'll send you a picture. Y'all, Siege grew sweet potatoes. I don't know what she's talking about. I get because she probably was thinking they were going to be the ones like you get in the store, which they can. They can actually absolutely be so because there's a lot of people online who grow them that big. But she grew sweet potatoes. And I'm going to need you to quit thinking you didn't do what you were supposed to do, sis, because I'm being dead serious when I say this. I don't know if you've seen my harvest videos when I harvest sweet potatoes, but mine look much like that. Mine look much like yours. Okay? Okay. Now, do I get a big one here and there? Yes. But for the most part, they're little average size sweet potatoes. They still cook up and you can still eat them. Okay? You did that because you grew. I don't know if you know this, but that sweet potato grew from a slip, which is basically just leaves with some roots on it. Okay? Not a potato. It wasn't like it was a potato already in the ground and now you got more potatoes. No, it grew from greenery. So you got all those sweet potatoes from leaves that had roots on them that created potatoes. You did that. Y'all, she grew potatoes. She sent me a picture and I'm like, that's a lot of potatoes. She did it. Just so you know, I got to put you on Front Street. There's, oh. No, Carbon. See, don't you go out there feeding that goddamn fox. Carbon, I was like reading your message and I'm like, what is she talking about? You better not go feed that thing. Used to be my job until I started, abusing the time. Until people started abusing the time. People will, but you know what? That's on now. Because when you run out of it, that's a whole nother conversation. Because we get a lot. We actually get a lot of personal time in my office. It's based on your years of service with the office, and we tap out at a little over 9 hours per pay. But look, if you using it, abusing it, and when something happened, you ain't got none. That's not my that also is not my problem. We are grown-ups. So you make your decisions based on what you think is important to you. Because we are all grown-ups. I know that's right. She said, I am not feeding. What the hell do foxes eat? People, if you ask me. That's what I say. That's what I think they eat. Good leaders don't treat their employers like robots. Facts. Excuse me, real life stuff happens. Facts. Birth, death. Yes. Yes. And because we're smaller, it really is like a family, the whole office. So when something happens, it's we do kind of come together as kind of like the office family, collectively. So yeah, we definitely have compassion in our office. We celebrate wins and we, mourn the losses. So yeah, I definitely agree. I think the raccoons like anything they can find. Facts. Great leaders make the difficult decisions that nobody wants to make. Child, that's facts. And sometimes it ain't even their decision. They just have to deliver the message. Because also good leaders sometimes have to deliver a message that comes from their leader that maybe everybody else won't like. But it's the message. And you're delivering it as if it's your message. Yeah, that sucks sometimes. Yes, a little stupid plant. You look, TK, I don't even know what you're talking about because you would have said same. That sounds like something you would have said. Look, and that's exactly how that attitude she had about it. Like, I got the little dumb thing. They'll ask me for nothing else. I bet they were his best sweets, but she hasn't tasted them yet. I don't think some, but she did a good job, seriously, and I'm not being funny. Oh, you better do that, TK, or reach out to me and I'll show you how you could do it where you're at, because you ain't got to have no yard to do it. I look. That's why I told Siege, don't get me going. And I look. I had Carbon growing on her balcony. Stop playing with me. They will take over if you're not careful. You saw my video, Sunshine. Don't get me started. Some disrespectful things when I was amongst the Walking Dead people, working people. I was asked why I wasn't coming in. I asked if knowing why was going to change the attendance policy, and it does not. That's why I'm like, I don't need to know that. Mm-mm. I don't need to know it. So enrichment will increase growth. Congratulations on nurturing success. That part, Frank, she did it though. But she grew it in a pot, so that's takes a little bit different care too. And the fact that she grew it in a pot and she got the amount that she got out of that, and I know it was probably the size that was the discouraging part for it. And I remember the first time I've grown some this year where I made that kind of comment in the videos, and the same thing y'all tell me, but you got potatoes. And I did. And guess what? They cook up. They cook up just fine. Don't feed the animals, Tamiko. I got 256 hours. That part. I used to be worse than that. I'm at that number right now. And ours aren't called sick hours. It's just PT, personal time. I used to be worse than that though, TK. I had to get to a point. This year I took probably the most time off than I ever have taken, because I was like, because we're supposed to stay at we're not supposed to roll over more than 300 hours a year. So for several years, I was well over that number. One year he bought me out of my hours that I was over, because most of the reason I was over so much is because I had taken on the office manager role, and it was new, and I just didn't I was learning a lot, and I really didn't have the time to take off. I was just being dedicated to learning the position. And so after that, he was like, okay, the USTs aren't going to keep letting me do this, because I don't work for the government, but we are overseen by the government. So I had to start taking time off. And this year I have it at about that number, about 250, 260, because I was like, I can't keep doing this every year. So I was outside this year, y'all. The girl was outside. And I'll probably be outside next year a little bit. I prefer the small to medium sweet potatoes. Yes, over large ones. They're more flavorful, really, and less stringy. Nice. I'm kind of proud of my little sweet potatoes. Yes. I will not be feeding any. Oh, good. Don't be feeding them animals. I'm proud of it too. When I saw the picture, I said, that was not what I was expecting. Let's just start there. When I saw the picture, I was expecting it was going to be like nothing. And I was like, what is she talking about? She was, you know, that just means I'm going to be like, girl, what you growing next year? You can grow more sweet potatoes. I'll be happy. I'll be happy. Y'all gonna start talking crazy about pretty. Y'all, if y'all don't know, y'all about to find out. Carbon loves the animals and the bugs and nature. Let's just say all the things of nature. Y'all, I have watched her like carry a bee that was like, it must have been injured or something, to a flower to make sure it was okay. Talk to it the whole way, y'all. That is Carbon. I love her though. Y'all, she be loving the nature. I just bought some bad chicken that I didn't. Oh, and gave it to the neighborhood, like basically like just the neighborhood cat that be everywhere. I have one of them here. I don't necessarily feed it though. Although I think it keeps mice out of my garden, which I appreciate. Unless job used to ask people to donate their time for other employees. Excuse me? Why for? And yes, I said why for? I was not that much of a company. I mean, I would love to hear the reasons why I would be one to donate my personal time to give to someone else. Why? Please share the reasoning behind this thing. Because what? Just remember you are replaceable. Facts, including leaders. Facts. Say that for the people in the back. Because everybody's replaceable. And don't get too comfortable. Because everybody's replaceable. Take your PTO and sick days. Facts. And that's one thing I had to, that's what I've been recognizing myself, Siege. Because like I said, when I first got into that position, I was just trying to be the best I could be at that position, learn all the things, do it well, blah, 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 all about the company, sacrificing my own personal time off, all the things. I was outside this year. I went to places. And sometimes I didn't go to places. I just took the time. Promise you I did. I took a lot of time off this year. So, and I plan on taking some quite a bit next year. Quite a bit. I've already been thinking about the things I might want to do and how much time I'm gonna be planning on taking off. So yes, take your time off. Even if you don't have nowhere to go. I have staff members that I have to remind, like, because we're required to take a full week off at any period of time during the year. So we get enough personal time throughout the year where we have multiple weeks we could take off. But you are required to do 5 consecutive days at any given time. One of your vacation times that you take off has to be 5 consecutive days. We don't care what you do on those 5 days, but you have to take it. It's part of our handbook thing. And it literally is an auditing thing when we get audited. I'm actually preparing for our annual audit right now because our fiscal year ends at the end of September and our audit is next month, like the second week of next month. And that is one of the things that they verify, that all of our staff members have taken at least their full week, 5 consecutive days off. So we do require that, and that's more of a mental health thing. Also, it allows for if there's things that are happening that may get missed because you're always there, that we will find because you're not there. Um, so yeah. Hey, Miss Cheryl, did I say hi to you? Were you already here? I don't remember if I saw you already. Hey, Miss Cheryl. Um, they know if I'm pissed off enough, I'm gonna take vacation, but due to me not being in school, I'll be saving my time. I get it. Hold on, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh Lord. You have annual and sick. I used to have that in another place, but they changed it. ATLC, how you doing, sis? Happy Sunday. I take off every 3 months, even if I don't travel. That's a good thought. I just work so I can enjoy my life. Working is BS anyway. In fact, I am every day, not even being funny. Every day. I had a friend ask me yesterday, "You plan on retiring at like 62?" I said, 62? I'm working on my retirement plan now. Y'all, when I tell you I want to retire young, can I retire in my mid 50s? Can y'all I'm willing to do that. Can y'all think I could make it to that? Y'all think I could make that happen? That gives me 7 years to get ready. I don't know. Then you got to think of how much you think you need to make that happen. What things you need to have in place to make that. I'm thinking about those things. Don't get me wrong, but I had to figure those things, all those things out. You know, how much is enough for me to live off of to be comfortable to do such a thing? What things would I do? I don't know. What things could I put in place to where I still get some type of residual income of some sort? Thinking about all those things. Because when I tell you, I don't know, that magic number that they came, that is not my number. I can promise you that. And I've been that way forever. I literally, when I remember when I started putting into the 401 with my job, you know how they sit down with you and they want to see if you're, moderate, conservative, whatever. I am, that's where you could look at me as the person that in Vegas. I'm all in because when I was young, I'm like, I'm taking all the risk. Let's go. I want you to make it as risky as it can be because the upside about it is you will see those ebbs and flows, but that money comes high, it comes back faster and higher. I was noticing that upon my coworkers that was in my age bracket, they 401 was not stacking the same way mine was. So, and even to this day, it's like I did come down a little, but I'm still risky. I'm not moderate yet. Because I'm like, I still got so many years ahead of me before I am quote unquote retirement age. So just go with it. Just go with it. Just do what it do. Cause Let's just let it make as much as it can. And it looks very nice already. But it ain't, I'm ready to retirement nice. Ready for retirement nice yet. It's getting there though, because I be looking at it like, look, I mean, but I can't draw from that until I think 59 and a half. Even if, because I was gonna say, even if I roll it from there to an IRA. But I'm like, I don't know. I think that's gonna be ready in 7 years, to be quite honest. But I gotta get other things in order. That's why I'll be trying to get my budget back in line. That's why we gotta, budget with purpose. Because listen, I'm telling you, I'm trying to retire young. I want to live. I want to be like Siege. I want to be out here living. I am never donating my time. That part, Siege, I want to know why that was a thing. Hey, for the future, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Let the company take care of the people. That part, because they look, it ain't hurting them to give these people some child. I don't understand that. Hey, Precious. Happy Sunday. You in the garden? Thank you, sis. Hey, Miko. How you doing? Happy Sunday. Think of yourself as insignificant and unimportant because you are. Facts. No matter how valuable you think you are, like even for what I do, currently, there is no one else in the office who can do what I do. No one else in the office understands the operation as the way I do. I understand the entire operation. And it's because our trustee, he came in 2019, so he's still learning it. But even that, I know, does not make me that valuable, because they can go and go to another office and hire someone and have them train with someone in another office to learn to do that. Every bankruptcy office has an office manager. I'm not like unique to the whole thought of the operation everywhere across the world, just to my office. So I never take that for granted, to think that I'm not replaceable. Hey, Soul Diva, how you doing, sis? Happy Sunday. When you say at least 5 days, would it be okay if I took off a whole? No. You got to have a procedure done. What's the reason that you need to be off the entire month? That's what I would need to know. I'm sorry, y'all. All right. I think the most that I've had somebody come in and want to do, I've done like a week and a half. I would do 2 weeks. 2 weeks would be the most. A month, unless you had something that you needed to have done, I'm not approving a month. You can go to my boss and see if he approve it, but he probably won't. That's just too long to have someone out of our office. Unless there's a reason, now if they're traveling to another country, maybe, because we have had that happen. We have a staff member that's from Denmark, but it was still a reason behind it. Her sister was not doing well, and so she traveled there, and she was probably gone about a month or maybe a little bit more than that. But it is definitely a hardship on the office because a lot of people have to kind of try to fill in to get those things done. Now it gives you something to plan and plan it aggressively. Facts. And I am Sunshine. Trust me. Build your community now so you have things to do when you retire. Facts. I'm coming to hang out with you, Siege. So make room. Scoot over, girl. Let me get in that bed with you. Sure. Let me come stay with you. I don't want to get no room. Don't put me in no room either. I want to hang out with you. You like, girl, no, you are not coming to my off topic, folks. Everybody needs to be actively, presently working on early retirement. Facts. If for no other reason, then you don't know what will happen to you tomorrow. That's facts. That's why I'm trying to live more. I have been focused on that the last couple years. Like I'm moving different. Like I don't know. I'm just living. I'm just going to say that. I'm just living more. And if people want to live with me, they going to want to live with me. They going to want to, enjoy this life with me, but I am trying to live more. I'm trying to enjoy life more. And not just being just being. That's why I got outside more this year, because I'm like, let me just get out and do things, get out of my comfort zone. I did a lot of things in fear this year, a lot, not just doing a planner, but also just traveling. I did some travels by myself, to events that I was invited to. I've done some networking, something that I wasn't doing pretty much at all before. So like a lot of the videos that I've done on different things, the optic, the concealed carry bag, things like those are all affiliates that I networked with. Like those were things that I wasn't doing. And I enjoy going out and networking. It was a great experience. I met some very great people of different companies. I just got out of my comfort zone. So yes, get out there and just do stuff. Just find your space, find your people, and find your space. And your people are going to encourage you and push you to do those things that you are scared to do, because that's what my community do. I be like trying to push against it sometimes. I'm like, no, you're going to do it. And I'd be like, and sometimes I'm kicking and screaming at it, but I do it. I do it. They're like, see, you went through all that and it wasn't even. I'm like, but it was. But I did it. But I ain't gonna act like it wasn't. It was a lot. It's just a lot sometimes. And sometimes because I'm a person that stays in my own head. I am a little bit of a perfectionist about things. So I'm always like, I don't know. I just get in my head about a lot of things. I'm an overthinker a little bit. Hey GT, how you doing? Happy Sunday. What up, Tank? How you doing? When I retire, y'all ain't gonna see or hear from me. You a lie. You a lie. The truth ain't in you. We'll see you. The truth ain't in you. We your community. Stop playing. Driving and listening. Be safe out there, fam. Stop. Girl is advising finances. I call myself not a financial advisor because I am not, but I am kind of like a mentor. Let's say that. A financial mentor. That's what I'll say I am. Hey Rachel, how you doing? Happy Sunday. And I love it. And I love seeing people win. My retirement plan. Man, I play that too though. OG Tank. Look, that's my backup. We play it as an office. I knew what you were saying last weekend before daylight savings. It is. And I can't wait. I need that hour. If I really took off a whole month, I would be due to me really being that sick. Yeah. That part, sunshine. I want to live and not just exist. I felt like I existed for like about 14 years of my life. I existed. And I felt like I lost myself, which is why I felt like a lot of people with the last couple years, like, girl, you glowing. What's going on? This and that. it's because I'm living, and I am not existing anymore. That's really what it is, and it's peace. My life has peace, and I am enjoying that. That is, peace is priceless. It is priceless, y'all. Ain't no one getting paid off, even successful. Yeah, slip and fail. Yeah, slip and fall. Facts. I don't need to be rich, Tank. I just need to be able to live. That's my retirement plan. Like I don't gotta be rich. I ain't rich now. Shoot. I did look sunshine. She said also shake off the dead weight. And did. Hey, Miss Kia Parks, where you been, sis? I ain't seen you in a minute. Driving and listening. You be safe out there. You got your planner. Awesome. I've been seeing everybody posting about it. A lot of y'all who got y'all planners. I'm excited. Hey, Sassy. How you doing, sis? Happy Sunday. Get rid of the dead weight. Facts. Facts, y'all. Life is too short. That's all I'm gonna say. Life is too short to not enjoy the life we are given. We are not promised tomorrow. Enjoy it. I want to enjoy my life. And life is too short. Tomorrow's not promised. Get them stressful people out of your life. Hey Peach, how you doing, sis? Happy Sunday. Gonna be trying to resist change. I do sometimes. It's not that I try to resist change. I don't know. Sunshine, don't be judging me. Look, don't be judging me. Because I don't need the rest of the choir that be judging me to start talking. That's in the chat. The ones who get on me when they actually talk to me on the phone. I'm light skinned, so as soon as I get some that, because I'm changing my name to Juan. Facts. I can see you as being Juan and heading to the south. I'm so sick of you, Tank. He crazy, girl. Don't be listening to him. Peace is priceless. Facts. I'm rich. Look, that's what Tia and Liddy would say. They used to be like, we got that Gina money. Y'all, don't y'all get caught up in that. But you know what? I am very comfortable. Very comfortable. So there's that. But that comes with that. Like I tell people when I'm talking about finances and budgeting, that comes with telling yourself no to things that you don't necessarily need to get in that moment. So I have projects I want to do right now, and I'm working on getting those projects done. But I'm like, I knew I was at a point where I need to tighten some things up, which is why I started talking about budgeting and stuff again, because I was like, you know what? I would being outside means I was spending more money. Because when I traveled, I had to stay somewhere, right? Okay. Sometimes I took my own car. Sometimes I had a rental car. Sometimes I had to fly. Like being outside costs money. So I was living and I wouldn't take it back. It didn't break me, but it makes a difference from going from not traveling so much and going places so much to doing a little bit more of that. So, and then also doing other things. So it wasn't even just the traveling, also just doing things. So I'm like, come on, get back to the roots of how you used to do this. You used to plan it out. And then you when you planned it out, you started saving, putting away for it. And then when you had the money, you made it happen. So that's what I'm getting back to make those things happen that I want to do, instead of just going out and doing it because maybe that I see that there's money right there. And I'm like, but you put that money there for a reason, and that wasn't the reason. So yeah. Ain't no profit in peace. It is profit in peace. It's priceless. Nah, I know what you're saying. I spent my whole life just barely existing. I'm living now. You sure are, Peach. I love it because you living out loud. You don't care. Yeah, I love it. Every time I see a short and you just dancing in your kitchen and just having a good time. I love it. I love it. What up, Odom? How you doing? Happy Sunday. You got yours too, Sunshine. I'm gonna be bothering you later. You can, because I'm actually using mine for November. So November is my first month that I'll be using the new planner for. Yep. I'm excited. I've already started doing my envelopes, y'all. I started that in October. So I've already started my envelopes again, my savings envelopes, things that I told you I got projects I want to do. So I've already started that. You would imagine how many family members I just had. That part. Ignored this weekend to maintain my peace. That part. That part. When I get Gina money, I'm buying a staccato. I'm so Tank. I'm so sick of you. I don't have a staccato. That part. There is so much personal power in being able to say no to yourself. Facts. It is. And it's not that hard. It's hard in the beginning, don't get me the line. Because when I first started budgeting, it was tough. I was like, but I want it, but I don't need it. Saying no to myself was easy. It was family that was hard. Child, by family and friends be like the easy part. I don't have many family or friends that come to me for stuff, but I have. I was just telling someone that I think my nephew is not happy with me right now. He wasn't really coming to me for money, but he wanted a co-sign on something, and I was like, I don't do that. I don't co-sign for anything. I don't even co-sign for my kids. No, and it just ain't a thing. And I said, ask your cousin. I don't co-sign for her. And he's like, yeah, I know, and da da da. It's like, I'm not putting my name on nothing that I ain't willing to pay for, because that's what co-signing is. For those who so easily put their signature on the line for somebody else, co-signing is you saying, when they don't pay, I'm gonna pay. That's literally what you're saying. And I know sometimes people don't look at it that way, but that's what you're saying. That's why when that person don't pay, they call you, because your signature says that, and that thing follows you. It follows your credit. It follows everything. I just don't. I don't do it. Oh, it's like you came to support your aunt. That's the only reason why you came outside. I love it though. Saying no to them was saying yes to me 1000%. 1000%. Look at that. I caught up. I plan to start in November also. I love it. I already got a couple planners. Also, I'm going to need help juggling, trying to manage them all. That's okay. And sometimes I will fall off on my other planners. One that I never fall off on is my budget one. I just don't use it. Now I did for a little bit, just not write it down. But I'm always on top of the budget because I kind of know it in my head. So, oh, you're the black sheep of your family. That's hard to believe, Peach. That's hard to believe. I'm not co-signing a dang thing. Sassy. But no one. Where I'm at now is not where I always was. Say that. Say that. Don't you be thanking God that that where you were, that people don't see what you've been through. Like, child. But I talk about a lot of what I've been through. And the reason I talk so freely about some things is because I feel like sometimes you're helping someone else by sharing that thing. I don't get like deep into certain things of my life, but I do share those things. I share how I didn't start really getting into budgeting, doing my budgeting well. I was 40. when I got there. So it's not like I've been doing it that long. I'm 48 now. So it's not like it's been that long that I had such a grasp on it. Before then, was I really bad off? No, but I wasn't paying attention to my money like that. To I knew that like I made a certain amount and my bills were a certain amount, so I should have this certain amount left. And I never saw that amount. And until I started budgeting, I didn't realize that the reason I didn't see that amount is because Gina was going to lunch with her coworkers, or she was going out to with her girls to eat, and going out shopping with her girls, or whatever the thing was, swiping that card all the time. Maybe they were small purchases, but all those small purchases were adding up and taking away the extra that I should have had. That's when I realized that, okay, we got to buckle it down. We got to plan out monies for those things. So I have what I call self-care. My self-care can pay for whatever I want that self-care to pay for. It pays for my nails. It pays for my hair. It pays for me to go out to lunch with my girls. It pays for me to go out to buy me a new shirt or a new whatever. Whatever I want to do, a new planner, some stickers for my planner, whatever I want to do. But it's budgeted. And that's what I do now. I started my envelope. So you did, Rachel? I don't co-sign for nobody. Me neither. And don't get me wrong, I have. In my 20s, I co-signed for someone and they did not pay. And that was the last time I did that. I remember I was fresh out of college and my cousin's girlfriend asked me to co-sign something for her. But look, I gave her. You older than me. Facts. Trying to destroy your credit. People don't always look like what they've been through. Facts. With the grace of God, child. That part. That part. Once I get a group on my budget, a grip on my budget, a grasp on my budget is what you're saying. I'm gonna teach my brother because yes, keep asking me for money. I ain't got ish. Yes. Yes. I'm so happy I got ahead of that with my daughter. I feel so blessed that I when I learned it was at the time that she was at the age she would be on her own. And it's just a blessing that she has never had to ask for help in anything because she keeps a savings that she doesn't touch. So when she needs to do something, she uprooted and moved. Earlier this year, she lives in a different city than me now. She everything she needed to do for that, the moving truck, the people to come, like for her to dispose of the stuff from the old place, all that stuff she was able to take care of because she's just good about her finances like that. And they're actually going to be moving back in the beginning of next year, and she'll be taking care of all that. She's already found a place, and they're just waiting until the beginning of next year because her boyfriend got a job offer here that he couldn't pass up. So they're coming back here. I was spending too much on books. Oh, child. I'm a book girl too. I haven't been able to buy, well, I shouldn't say I haven't been able to buy. I haven't bought physical books in years because I don't really feel like I have the time to sit down and read like I used to. I used to have tons of books. Now I do Audible books. But yeah, I've been tapping back into my Audible. But I have a membership with them, so I get like a credit every month, and I had like a bunch of credits. I think I still have like 5. So I love to listen to a good book. But yeah, I'm a book girl too, Siege. Now, when I retire, that's what I'll go back to, getting physical books that I could read. I used to love that. I look nothing like my life experience. You shouldn't, though. You shouldn't, though. And that's a blessing. I had to cut back on audiobooks and regular books. and get a library card. I didn't know this, but TT was telling me this that if you have a library card, you could get Audible books through the library. So look into that. And I do have a library card, even though I haven't been in, let me see, probably like 7 years or so. But I live right down the street from one, like not far at all. I have 4 e-readers. Nice. I still spend too much. Just, yeah. Yeah. You have 5 credits also. That's my art. Listen, I've been checking out some new authors. I have one with Audible books. You have like certain narrators that you probably like more than others. So I know which narrators I kind of like. So I kind of sometimes do searches that way. Because ain't nothing worse than not a good person reading the book and you listening to it. It's just not a good thing. We heading to a local library this week. That part. Hey, LGG. That part. You know what? Save that money. Go to the library and get those books. That's what the libraries are there for. And let's make use of them because we don't want that to be another thing that kind of phases out. I know like our library, they redid it some years ago, many, many years ago. And now they have like even video games in there. So they have a room in there where kids can come after school and go in there and play video games. There is a time limit. So they're not in there just all day. I think they get like an hour in there. Hey, Rob, how you doing? But yeah, keep drying up because I rarely use this. So I was at the library. Oh, printing stuff. Yes, but we do need to utilize that more. I haven't been, like I said, in probably 7 years. Outside of going, that's where I go to vote. Outside of going there to vote, I have not actually been into the library because the part where you go in, excuse me, to vote is not the actual library part of it. So yeah. Hey J3, how you doing? Happy Sunday. I prefer the audible books narrated by Sam. Child, I've heard some of his though. But no, I probably don't even listen to books that he would be narrating. Because I like weirdly enough, I like fantasy books. And most people don't even know what those are, but they're like werewolves and vampires and stuff like that. I like weird mystical. And that's not the only stuff I like, but that's kind of what I've been into lately is that kind of stuff. I like crime stories. Love crime stories. I used to do a lot of the like hood novels and stuff, but now I don't even be interested in those at all anymore. I probably had back in the day that was like my thing, but now I just be like, you heard one hood story, you done heard them all. I'm so good, so yeah. Yeah. But yeah, guys, I don't know why. Like I said, that thought came in. Well, I do know why. I did tell you why. It was something I saw online, and I was just like, I wonder what people think about when they think of good leadership. What comes to mind when you think of that? When you think of good leadership, I think sometimes people think they are good leaders who are not. I think a lot of people think that they are. So, heck, I might think that I am. But I actually asked for feedback from my staff, and I asked them to be honest, give honest feedback. But I think my staff likes me. I actually had a staff member bring me a gift for Boss's Day. I didn't even know it was Boss's Day. How about that? She bought me a pair of earrings. And I was like, oh, and it was actually really cute too. I wore them to work last week. Now, one thing that will never change about a library is that it's super quiet. Facts. I heard my stomach roar in that big quiet room. Did everybody look at you? Shh. unfortunately don't do 360 reviews like they need to. Yeah, that's fact. I always ask my staff, and then I always ask them, like, you know, where do they see themselves, with the company? Where do they see themselves in the next, so many years? Like, do you see yourself still doing what you're doing, or is there something else you would be interested in? Or if there was a position available that, you know, was required you to learn something new, would you be interested? I'm always asking questions like that because there are people who are content with the thing that they do. They don't want to do nothing else, and that's okay. But if you're somebody who is the type of person who likes to be challenged, who likes to learn new things, I want to know that as well, because sometimes I know I'm that type of person. And if I'm not continuously being challenged, child, I'm no good to nobody. I need to be challenged. I need to always have, I need the goalpost to continuously move. I absolutely do. When they ask for honest feedback, I give a corporate answer. I don't trust anyone in any company. I get it. I get it. The library ain't that quiet. I get the moms with the babies. Really? They do actually have story time and stuff like that sometimes now. Was she kissing up to me? No, she was not. She actually was not. I don't even think I have any staff members that would even do that. I really don't. I don't think they care enough to, but she absolutely wasn't. Most of my staff is older than me, way older than me. She's actually one of my staff members that's pretty close to retirement age. I have one staff member that's well over retirement age, and she actually just let me know that she is going to retire next year. I think I only have two. Yep, I only have two staff members that are within 5 years of my age. And one of them is just a year younger than me. The other one she's in her 50s. I think she's like 5 years older than me, 5 or 6. And all the rest of them are 60 and above. So, no, they don't smooch up to me. Not that it would matter. It wouldn't help them none. They don't need to smooch up to me. I don't have anything that I could give them for that. So, yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, I don't know if y'all hear my daughter in her room playing her game, but child is loud. Interesting you said that. I'm finishing up my business class today, and it was based really primarily on leadership styles. Yes. The book had different assessments on leadership. Yeah. And there are different leadership styles for sure. For sure. I have been my boss thinks that I can be tough sometimes, but I don't think that I am. I just try to I'm consistent. So it can probably come off as being tough on some things, but I'm like, I also don't like feeling like someone's abusing my kindness. And so when I notice that, I'm like, okay, we need to nip this. This is the rule going across the board now, going forward on this one thing. Like, how some things in any office or business that you worked for, one person messes it up for everybody else. That's a true thing though, sometimes. That's a true thing sometimes, because if one person abuses it, yes, I could just penalize that person. But for me, it was not just one person. It was like that person, and they were friends with this person. So this person also was trying to get the same benefit, because if you didn't do it, they'd be like, well, you let such and such do it. That's how, that's the bull crap you deal with. If you let one person do it, it's like, well, you let such and such do it, so now we ain't let nobody do it. How about that? So maybe I can be a little tough. The stories like from Donald. Who is Donald Goins? I don't know that one. I don't know that one. I don't think I've read any of those. I've been heard your daughter sounds. You did. She is having a blast. Her room is right across from this one. That's another trait of a good leader, actually seeing things in their subordinaries that they may not see in or for themselves. Yeah. People need that extra push and encouragement. Yes. That is true. Sometimes they do, because sometimes that could be me needing that extra push to do something, because when it's out of my comfort zone, for sure. And that's in all aspects of my life. That's just who I am. Like, there's some things that I'm comfortable taking on, and then sometimes it'd be like, that's not my wheelhouse. Like, because my IT guy, he has me doing things that are not in my wheelhouse. Like, why am I doing programming? Like, why am I writing code? I didn't go to school to write code, but I did. I took it on. I learned it. I can do basic worksheets and stuff, create basic worksheets and stuff for our system. But I'm like, sir, this is not my job. But now that I have that skill set, I do enjoy it. Like, whenever I decide that I want to have a worksheet that's going to make the flow of work a little smoother, I just go and create it. So there's that. Ben, where you come from? You just be in the bushes waiting for the opportunity. But I give the extra push all the time. Comfort zones are just suggestions. Terrible. I had managers that would use me to get information from people because for some reason people will tell me their business. Child, every office got those kind of people. Every office got those kind of people. I'd be like, we have one staff person that everybody be knowing all her business. And I'd be like, she tell everybody. Child. Don't think or say anything, Belle. Nothing. Do not proceed. Because listen, do not think or say anything. Just terrible. Yes. Yeah, I wish I could say I had some time off this week, because I would like to have some time off this week, but I do not. But it's going to be a great week nonetheless. Let me say that more positive. Because I even rolled my eyes when I said it. Let me say that more positive. It is going to be a great week nonetheless. Okay? This is going to be a great week. I promise y'all. At my last job, even the deaf guy would be at my desk telling me everything. Child. Hey, Miss Native Cherokee, how you doing? Happy Sunday. So yes, but seriously, it's going to be a great week. We are going to profess it. We are going to claim it. It's going to be a great week. I didn't do much this weekend, so I do have things that I got to get done this week, because I got videos to edit that I did not touch this weekend. I kind of been binge watching a little bit of TV. I ain't gonna lie, something I don't do a whole lot of, but this weekend I did and have been, and probably gonna continue to do when I end this live until I fall asleep. Last night I didn't make it, y'all. So if y'all did not see me over at TT's, that's why. Because first of all, she told me she wasn't going live yesterday. Let's start there. Then she sends us a message at like an hour before she goes live, like, I'm going live tonight. I could have fought her. on site. I could not pull myself out my bed. I was exhausted. So I did not make it. Did I hear who out? Who out? OG Tank? Did I hear who out? You've been busy. It's that time of year for us, hon. I know you've been busy. Fantastic week ahead for all. Amen to having a great week. Facts. It's going to be a great week. It is. And I'll see y'all in these streets. I don't know. I know tonight Tina will be live. She goes live at 8 o'clock my time, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock. She is Central. So 7 o'clock Central. And then that would be what? 4 o'clock? Nope. 5 o'clock Pacific. Yeah, why y'all be making me mad? Ugh. That was for Sunshine about her death. You petty for that, OG Tank. That's because you don't know how to sit down. That part, you gotta look. That part, that's some truth. But I sat down this weekend. What did I did do a couple things yesterday. I did a couple videos actually. First of all, don't be calling me out. Don't do that. But I actually did. I'm in the process, y'all. First of all, let me share this real quick. So my greenhouse, I've been having trouble keeping at a good temperature. I have a heater in there, and the heater is set on, it was on 65. I changed it to 70. I'm looking to see now what it say the temperature is in there. But it's not holding temperature in there overnight. It's still dropping down into the 50s overnight, even though my heater is set to 70. So it won't cut off until that space is at 70 degrees. So I was going to caulk it today. So I went out and I bought a caulk gun, and there's no way. No, that's not right. Okay, that's from earlier. I was gonna say there's no way it's still 80 degrees in there. Anyway, I went and got the caulk gun and the caulk. Do you know if you can find a heater mat? Yeah, I've heard about doing a heating mat, but I don't think that's gonna really help as much. I heard because Pepper Rookie told me the same thing. I've been doing this all day. I was just at an 8th grade championship game. Yeah, one wish with one other coach is pissed off the rest. It's not updating for me. So earlier was 82 degrees, but the sun was out. I have lights in there too now. I have lights in the heater, but I think it's because I needed to caulk around the seal where it touches the metal, the plastic, because I think the air is just getting in there, and that's why it's not holding a warmer temp. You got some black buckets filled with water. Yeah, I've heard that too. I think that all these things probably work if I got it sealed up good. I think that I'm defeating the purpose of doing all the things if I don't caulk these in between the panels. The problem is, why is the caulking gun I bought is just not the right one. It was the cheapest one or something. Why is it so hard? And I know, as soon as I said it, but I don't do it. Don't say nothing in these goddamn comments. But why? Y'all won? Maybe an extra layer of plastic, like how we do over the windows in the winter. That might work. I would have to tape it in there like you do on the windows in the winter. But That might work. I haven't done that since I was growing up in the house that I grew up in, but I know what you're talking about. Hmm. I did cut. This is terrible, some, because I'm telling you, I know the comments. I know there's people in these comments who are waiting to say something, but I did cut the tip more, um, and to make the hole bigger, and it still is hard. It was still like hard to get it to press out of there. I did a little bit of it, but then TLC, I'm trying. I'm trying. I did a little bit of it like in the front, but this is hard. This is such a hard conversation. Tell them pause in advance. But I don't know. Weather stripping. I had to look into that. I don't know about that one. I don't know what that is, Belle. I had to look into that. I was like, wait, doggone minute. The hell we talking? Sunshine. I was trying to say it wasn't no other way because it's what we were actually talking about. I'm gonna have to look into what that is, the weather stripping, because I'm not familiar. Um, but I did have suggested the heating mats and the buckets of water, which I think still would need to be in there because I heard the buckets of water help hold the moisture inside the greenhouse. But I don't I needed to maintain the heat, and I still saying the word. Stop saying that word. Sorry. So I saw where Led did his with the diesel heater. The thing is, his is a plastic greenhouse, so he could zip it down and still kind of have not that much of an opening around the hose he has going into the greenhouse. Mine is that hard plastic stuff. So I was like, maybe I could figure out a way to cut a hole in it to be able to put the hose through it and then seal around it. Maybe that. Because I don't think I would want to have that inside of the greenhouse. I think it needs to be outside of the greenhouse, but have something to go in the hose to go in it. But I think the only way I can do that is if I cut a hole. The weather stripping is that sticky roll of foam. Oh, that goes into the cracks between the door and the frame. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. Hey, Paula, how you doing? Happy Sunday. My zippers on my greenhouse don't work no more. Yeah, on the plastic one. See, I love his setup, the one how what Leg came up with, and also I'm also keeping my thermometer thing, my thermostat on the floor because I saw where he did that because heat rises. So you want to know what the temperature is at floor level because that's where your plants are, which made perfect sense. So I did that, but so that's where it's keeping that temp of like in the 50s, like 54, 55. But I'm like, if I got my heater on 70, why is it? I feel like I should be able to keep it at about 65 and be able to hold that temperature. But I'm gonna look into the weather stripping because something's got to give. Thinking about just building a wooden frame, yeah, and just old windows all around. Yeah, because I got to think of something because I have my citrus in there. They're all doing great. I have three pepper plants in there, and the rest are citrus. Oh, and then I have two figs in there. everything is beautifully green, looking good. I fed everything before it started getting cold here, and all that. My pepper, I did not cut my pepper plants back like some people will do, is kind of trim them back so they're not producing over the winter. I don't care if it produces. I actually do have Lasia peppers on my Lasia plant, and it has been getting bigger. So I'm letting it do what it do. It's cold out. I'm bringing my yes, yes, my coat out. It's been cold here. It has been. What is the upper air temp? You mean like during the day? It got to 82 today. So, but that's because the sun was out. So when the sun's out, it gets pretty warm in there. Now the outdoors, that was in the greenhouse because of the sun. It was only like 60 degrees today. Like right now, it's 56 degrees. So, yeah. If you can't get the temperature to rise, put the plants higher on tables. I have my figs on the table, but I only have one table in there. And I have a lot of plants. So it's not room for all of them on there. I have 2 kumquats, a satsuma, a lemon, 2 guavas. What else is in there? And then I have those pepper plants. The peppers couldn't go on the table because I have it in one of those big 21-gallon tubs. For now, yours are going in the sunroom. What's my art room? Yeah. You making sure you have your peppers. Facts. And this is my first year doing that. I've never overwintered peppers before. So this is my first time doing it. I know Bro kind of spoke on that on his live where he's like, yeah, he's not doing that. I am. And it's not for the reason that he was given why he's not doing it. Because I think that he was speaking on like the pepper plants getting bigger and so on and so forth. I'm doing it just so I don't have to wait as long to get peppers when the season starts. So I saw Fifi's Urban Homestead. I think it's her channel. And I saw her doing it. And she's in the same grow zone as me. She's in Massachusetts, but she's in grow zone 6. And so she gets the kind of winters I get. And she has pepper plants that she's grown from for multiple years, the same plant. She overwinters it every year. So I'm like, I'm going to give it a try. I'm willing to give it a try. When and if you talk to Miss Shirley, tell her I said hello and get well soon. I will do so. It got high 68 here today. Still got hot in the old greenhouse. It will get hot in them greenhouses. Yes, it is, GT, that polycarbonate. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Peppers already in your sunroom. Yep. I saw someone put 5-gallon buckets of water to release the heat at night. Interesting. So maybe I'll give it a try because Pepper Rookie did send me a link about what the mats that someone was using for their greenhouse, because he doesn't have this problem. First of all, he's just trying to help me because Pepper's in grow zone 10, I think. He's in Florida. And I was like, I don't know if that's gonna work. I'm gonna look into the price of it because I'm not willing to spend a whole bunch of money to try that and it don't work because I'm gonna be so agitated. So agitated. So I'm gonna have to look into the cost of doing that. Because my greenhouse is 6 feet by 9 feet. So yeah. I'm willing to try it though. So I'm gonna look into it. And maybe if you guys can send me videos like If you know how to, like, if you have my email or my text or my phone number, send me videos where people have done that so I can see what they're doing and how. I use large black trash cans in my greenhouse filled with water. Worked great. Just water though, and that water creates heat by itself. See, I need more information. Because last year my kumquats and satsuma did fine, but my blood orange and my lemon did not make it. I don't want that problem this year. But last year I only was trying to keep that greenhouse at 40 degrees or higher. This year I'm trying to keep it hotter than that because I don't think I was keeping it warm enough. I think letting it drop to 40 was too low. So I'm trying to keep it higher. The water absorbs heat during the day and releases it at night. So just water. I don't need to worry about the heat mat, Sylvia. And you said you did the same thing, Miss Native. Do I not need to worry about heat mats? Just put the water in there? Yes, just water. But container needs to be black. I can do that. I can do that. That's easy work. I'm doing it. Now that I will do. Say less. Now, even when it gets cold here, do I need to worry about it then? Should I still keep my heater on? Give me some more details. But I'm going to put the buckets with water. I'm going to put some black buckets with water. And do I need to still keep the heater in there? Because one thing about Ohio, once we get into our winter, we ain't going to have that much sun. It'd be really cloudy. It'd be really overcast. Keep the heater on. Okay. Gotcha. I'm gonna try it. And if it works, y'all gonna get all the praise and all the glory. All the praise and all the glory. Yes. Definitely use the heater. Okay. Gotcha. I will do that. Now that doesn't sound as an expensive thing to try. Buckets ain't much. I could get those 5-gallon buckets for like $5. So, and I might even be able to find some for free 99 because I know a couple places I could check. So, your citrus survived -10 in my greenhouse. The problem came for those 3 weeks of cold. Yeah. See, all of my citrus made it except for my Meyer lemon. And it could have had nothing to do with the cold too. Maybe I didn't feed it enough because I know they're heavy feeders. So this year I came prepared and we fed them babies. They got some alfalfa meal. They got some blood meal, bone meal. They got some osmite or oscosamide or something like that. They got a bunch of stuff. It should help raise the temp. Okay. Also add black plastic to the back, north side, back wall of the greenhouse. Okay. Now I did get like because I was gonna put it over them. I got like the painter's cloth, and it's in there. It's not draped though. I got it folded up in there now. I did drape it over the plants at first, and I was like, I don't know if I need to do that. So I took it off. I don't know. I don't know. I just heard somebody mention it before, and I was like, oh, I'll try it. It didn't cost much to buy it. So many things, y'all. But I'm gonna figure it out because I need to be able to use my greenhouse in all the ways, even for my seed starting. I tried seed starting last year. I started them in here, but then I put them in the greenhouse and it was too cold in there. All my seedlings died. So I'm like, I got to figure out a way to maintain some warmth in there so my seedlings can be in the greenhouse and not in my house. Got to figure it out. And I know caulking would help, but that was hard. I know. I'm sorry. Pause. It just don't be looking that difficult when you see it when you see other people do it. And I was like, what the heck? It's a lot of work. All right, y'all. I'm over 2 hours. We are going to have a great week. That is our mindset for the week. For those of us who are in leader positions, let's lead with purpose. Let's lead with a with some positivity in it, where we're listening. We are being emotionally intelligent and all the things. Maybe the cop was, I don't think it was. I think it was just that it's not so easy. See, you did yours last, cleaning snow. Oh, off the green hump. Yeah. But yeah, and then it's almost time to go check out T-Nog. So there's that. This year I'm bringing my papaya. Yes, bring that stuff in. I think somebody's gonna send me banana this year for next year. I'm excited about that. I'm gonna be adding some citrus next year too. Hey, Fifi, have a safe. Oh, you too. I appreciate you. So, see, I said her channel name all wrong. Fifi's Urban Homestead and Lifestyle, and y'all need to be watching her. Y'all, Fifi doing all the things over there. She don't just garden. She also raises her own meat, chickens and turkeys. She also has egg layers. She also fishes. She fills her freezer with foods that she either raised or caught. Y'all stop playing with her. Stop playing with her. I love it. I'm going to email you. I need some help. I got you, sis. Email me. I got you. Your problem is ventilation. I got a little bit. You have a good one, Miss Native. I'm glad you pulled up tonight. It was good seeing you. Y'all know it's that busy time of year. We all trying to now preserve all that produce and stuff that we grew over the spring, because don't let that stuff just go bad. Preserve it up. I had some peppers that wasn't enough to really do something with. I said, oh, we're gonna ferment these. I've never fermented peppers, but we fermenting these, and they going through the process right now. So y'all have a great week. I will see y'all in these YouTube streets. Greenhouse Sweat something. Okay. And I just don't show a lot. I know you do, Miss Native. Actually, I did know that about you. I did know that. Yes. And I love that. Like, and this year has been her year that she shared so much of that. Like, she shared the processing and everything. I appreciate it. I love seeing it. I had a great, she had a great range day today. I got to shoot my new rifle. That's what's up, sis. I need to get to the range. I said I was going to go this weekend and did not. Pray for me, y'all, because I need to get to the range. But y'all have a great week. I see y'all in these YouTube streets. Like I said, T-Nog will be live tonight. I don't know if anybody's going to be live tomorrow. Probably Pescatarian. I think she does her Monday every Monday, but don't give me the line, but I think it might be every Monday. So yeah. See y'all later. Y'all have a good one.